Hi everyone, Amy here with amyswares, and I have a holiday card duo with a 3D embossing folder. Now this is a brand new one that I got from Spellbinders. Here's a photo of the finished cards to show you the direction that we're headed, but I was so excited to play with this new embossing folder. So this is a wonky edged rectangle, stitched rectangle die. Wow, words, they're evading me. Anyway, I have this 3D embossing folder. Now this is huge. This is the size of half of a sheet of cardstock. So I'm taking that die cut panel and running it through off screen through my die cutting machine. I actually have a Spellbinders Platinum 6. Just lining this up to make sure it is straight. I think it's called All Wrapped Up. I'm not sure right off the top of my head. If I have that wrong, don't mind me. I will link it in the video description box below with all the other products that I use. But you can see amazing dramatic detail on that, and I'm so stoked. So I'm not stopping at the white one. I decided to grab my scrap folders. I have these kind of color coded. I find that I grab from my scraps a lot more in this setting, having them in folders rather than in bins, but you know, you do you, whatever works. Here I'm going to show you, these are two A2 size panels, and look, they both fit in here. That is because it is literally the size of half of a sheet of US size cardstock. So these, you can see I did horizontal orientation for the embossing, whereas on the white one it was vertical. So I'm just going to have a little play. I have 3 different Delicata metallic pigment inks here, and I'm just brushing them over the top of the raised section. And you can see I do end up making a bit of a mess, partially because I got a little too heavy-handed, shocker, and also because I'm sticking my hands in it and just smearing it all around like it's finger paints because, you know, I'm 5. But anyway, I used this little cleaning rag here and tried to get some off. It did work a little bit, but you'll see I made just a huge mess on most of these panels. So if you're working with pigment ink, just be mindful. Don't be like me and just smear your hands all in it like I did. But I'm going with the pink on, or the gold on the pink cardstock. I went with the silver on the navy, and then I'm going to do the copper on the white. Now here you can see I just have a little piece of mint tape. That's what I'm using to kind of keep me from sticking my fingers right in the ink again. You'll see I didn't end up using the white one on the finished cards. For some reason, you can see I went right in between those lines. I don't know if I was just angling it differently or whatever. I got a little too crazy and it was just too messy. So that one ended up in the bin. I didn't actually end up using that one. I could have probably put it in my chocolate box and found some use for it, but every once in a while I just think, meh, I'm never going to get to that, so it ends up in the bin, but not very often. Anyway, so I am going to use the pink and the blue cardstock, just figuring out how I want to finish it. I am in need of Christmas cards, so that's why I opted to grab this binder. This binder is my sentiment strips as well as Christmas sentiments. So I actually have 3 binders now. I have one for my critters, one for my regular sentiments, and then this one for my Christmas sentiments and my strips that are not in the simple strip boxes. So I have this really cool metallic holographic silver joy, and then at this point I decided, Amy, be smart, stop smearing it all over and use your little heat tool. So I dried it up a little bit. Again, they're still a little bit messy. I'm just going to kind of strategically place my sentiments down. I also grabbed some sentiment strips. I have that Christmas Wishes. Sadly, that's LDRS, and I'm pretty sure that one is discontinued. The Joy, not sure off the top of my head. If I can find it, I will link it below in the video description box. But here I'm just picking the blingage that works best with the sentiments that I picked. This is bling from A Colorful Life Designs. I do have a coupon, AmyFan10. If you love this bling like I do, be sure to use my coupon. That's Crystal Metallic Safari and Hologram Silver. You can use my coupon AmyFan10 for 10% off. So I have Joy, Merry Everything, and then 'Tis the Season to be Jolly. Those are sentiments from also from LDRS, and then Christmas Wishes, and then on the inside, Merry Everything. So 2 more Christmas cards for my stash. I got to use that amazing new embossing folder. I'm so stoked about it. And thanks for spending time with me. I'll catch you next time. Bye.